Hi there. Today, we're doing week 5. That was awkward. But, here we go. I got my bowl of tortilla chips to eat. Well, I do this because I'm hungry. I'm just going to get it started right away. Here we go. Starting it off, Thursday Night Football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Chicago Bears. So, maybe chips and talking isn't a good idea, actually. But Buccaneers, I still like them. I think they're a good team. And when I say I like them, I don't mean like Super Bowl contender, because if you've seen any of my NFC prediction video from like a few months ago, or like my playoff prediction video, I said that they're not a Super Bowl contender and that they wouldn't get more than 10 wins. And so what I mean by that is that it's simple as that. What do I mean by that? I should figure it out myself, probably. I mean that everyone's hyping them up to be like Super Bowl champions, but I'm not. At the most, they'll make the playoffs. They probably won't even win their division. Depends, actually, they could. If the New Orleans Saints have some more problems like they have been, I don't know if Michael Thomas is going to be playing this week. I hope he is, or else they're going to have some troubles to deal with. So, then we've got the Bears. Bears are 3-1. They took a loss to the Indianapolis Colts last week, and they're still looking pretty good. But for this game, I'm going to have to give it to the Buccaneers. I just think overall, Buccaneers are a better team. But it depends. That's if Godwin and Evans play, because they both got hurt last week. So if they both play, I do expect the Bucs to take this one. Then we've got the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. If that game were to happen, because obviously I'm filming this on Wednesday, so this morning they had 2 more cases for the Titans, so I don't really expect this game to happen, to be honest. But if it were to happen, the Bills, one of the best teams in the AFC right now, hands down. So, and then the Titans, they haven't played for a week. Oh, by the way, on bye this week is the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions. They're both on bye this week. So that means they won't be playing. So, the Titans, obviously, they've had a week off and they've had some close wins. But the Bills, respect to them, dude. So, for the Bills Mafia, I'm going to have to say, Bills take the win. 5-0 over there. Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. Broncos, they've got some problems to work with, even though they got their first win of the season. And the Patriots had a tough loss on Monday night in Kansas City, my bad. So, overall, though, the better team is certainly going to be the New England Patriots. But this depends if Cam Newton plays or not. If Cam Newton starts for the Patriots win. If Cam Newton does not start and Brian Hoyer or Jarrett Stidham do, I'm picking the Broncos. So, this is a scenario that depends on if Cam Newton's the starter or not. So, if Newton starts, give it to the Patriots. But if he doesn't, Broncos. Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they're 1-3. Took a loss to the Cincinnati Bengals last week. They're still not under my expectations. Which, what I mean by that is, they're exceeding my expectation. I thought they were going to go 2-14, terrible team, first pick easy next year. But they've actually got some fight left in them. And Jaguars aren't looking like a bad team. So I'm going to leave it at that. And the Texans, they finally got their wish to come true. Bill O'Brien got fired in a loss to my Minnesota Vikings. So finally Bill O'Brien got fired for them. They're all happy about that. So with the new head coach, first year, well, not first year, he's coached other teams. But I'm going to give it to the Jacksonville Jaguars. As weird as it is to say that, I'm just going to give it to the Jaguars. Because Jaguars aren't looking like a half-bad team. And new head coach coming in for, who are they playing? Oh, new head coach for the Houston Texans. Overall, I'm just going to have to shout out of the dark. We're going to have to say that the Jaguars take the win. Next up, Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals finally got their first win of the season this week. And the Baltimore Ravens, still a pretty good team, though. Who did the Ravens play last week? Hold on, I need to figure out who the Ravens played. The Ravens played against... I can't find it. Guys, who did the Ravens play? Comment down below before I find it, because I can't find it. Oh, I'm not kidding. That took me 3 minutes to find the Ravens on this sheet. Literally, I had that many games to work with, and I finally found them. So, the Ravens played against Washington. Pretty easy win over there. So, I'm going to expect the Ravens to take the win in this one against the Bengals. Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are 0-4. Panthers, Christian McCaffrey still out. Falcons aren't a bad team. Their record's bad, but overall they're not a very bad team. So I actually am going to give this one to the Falcons. I just feel like the Falcons could get a win against the Panthers, first win of the season. That'd be great for them. Next up, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Raiders aren't looking that bad, but the Chiefs they're looking pretty prime. So I'm going to have to give this one to the Chiefs. Then we've got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Jets. Cardinals, who did the Cardinals play? Oh, they lost to the Carolina Panthers, and the Jets are 0-4. So even though people are saying the Cardinals are going to make the playoffs, and I don't agree, I'm still going to pick the Cardinals to win because the Jets are bad. And Adam Gase gets fired after this game. Next up, Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Eagles lead the NFC East at 0-2-1. Kudos, boys. Just kidding. But then we've got who do we have them against? Oh, I found them. Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are a good team. They're 3-0. I'm going to have to give this one to the Steelers. Los Angeles Rams versus Washington. Washington, even after their Week 1 win, they're still a pretty bad team. So I'm going to have to give this one to the Rams. Rams aren't looking that bad, to be honest. I'm assuming they won last week against the Giants. I kind of forgot. But the Rams aren't looking bad. I respect them. Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So Miami lost to the Seattle Seahawks last week. And the San Francisco 49ers still have like half their roster injured. Honestly, I'm on the fence on this one. I'm not even kidding. I honestly might pick the Dolphins against the injury-roasted Niners. Nick Mullins didn't look that bad, so I am going to pick the Niners. But they still got some problems to work with. Then we've got New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, the Dolphins game was a late afternoon one, if I didn't say it. Then we've got what game do we have? New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Giants took another loss and they're 0-4. And the Cowboys, they're 1-3, dude. Super Bowl champions. Shout out to all the Cowboys fans here that said that your Cowboys would win the Super Bowl this year, and yet they're 1-3. And before you say it, I know I'm a Minnesota Viking fan, but I did not say they were going to win the Super Bowl, and I don't know if a single person on the Viking fan base ever said that they were going to win the Super Bowl. So, I am just going to shout that out there. No one said they were going to make the Super Bowl. Very few people even said they were going to make the playoffs. In my predictions video, I said they would. But then again, that was before they lost half their team. So, for this game, I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I'll pick the Cowboys just because the Giants are 0-4. I didn't want to make this choice, but I'm going to have to. I'll give it, finally, to the Cowboys. But I wouldn't be surprised if they lose, because it's the Cowboys. Next up, Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns. Colts are looking pretty good. Took a nice win in Chicago last week. Taking on the Seattle Seahawks is the next game, my bad. Cleveland Browns. Let's see, the Cleveland Browns. Big win in Dallas. Applause for the Cleveland Browns in that game. Odell Beckham with the 50-yard touchdown run. Good job, boys. We don't want Dallas to win. And just so you guys know, I'm not anti-Dallas. I'm trying to be unbiased. So I'm not anti-Cowboys fan. Let's say that. I'm not an anti-Cowboys fan like a lot of people are. But I do like the Vikings. But I try not to be biased toward them. And you're about to find that out with my next prediction. But the Browns, good job for their win. Colts take this one. That's simple as it is. Next up, Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Vikings finally got a win. Seahawks are 4-0. Seahawks win the game. I don't need to explain any more than that. Seahawks win the game. Alright? I'm over it. Just kidding. I was never upset over this. I knew that Minnesota was going to lose the game all along. They're not going to win it. Mark my words. The Vikings will not beat Seattle. That would be great if I could play this back when they win, but that probably won't happen. Last but not least, we've got Monday night, Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. So, Austin Eckler is out for the Chargers. But if the Saints are still without Michael Thomas, things could change. Here is what I'm going to say. This might surprise a lot of people, but if the Saints are without Michael Thomas, then the Chargers will win. If they're with Michael Thomas, give it to the Saints. This is kind of like the Cam Newton scenario I had with the Patriots. If Newton starts, Patriots win. If he doesn't, they lose. That's the same thing here with Michael Thomas. If Thomas starts, the Saints will win. If he doesn't start, the Chargers win. So, I'm going to pick... I don't really need to make a pick, I guess, for it. So, what we're going to say is closest game. What do I think is going to be the closest game of the week? To me, closest game of the week is going to be... That's a nomination. I think that's going to be the one I pick right there. Philadelphia Eagles versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Battle of Pennsylvania, one could say. I think that could be a really good game. I'm actually really excited. I get it at my house here on Fox. So I'm actually pretty excited to watch that game. So that's going to be my closest game of the week is Philly versus Pittsburgh. My most lopsided game of the week, or the worst matchup, whatever you want to call it. You know what? I am going against my boys, but I am going with the truth. Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Vikings are going to get clapped. That's all I have to say. So, most lopsided game is going to be Seahawks win by at least 2 scores against the Vikings. That is going to close this out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and share it with all your friends if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry to Tanner Brungart for stealing your outro, but I am on time crunch, and I should probably be doing my homework right now. Kudos if you watched this far into the video. Thank you guys for watching. Good night, everybody.